Hey YouTube, it is the soft opening of the Disneyland Railroad. We're here. Here comes the choo-choo, and we are so excited. It's actually officially supposed to open tomorrow, and they did a soft opening today. Yes, yes, yes. They're dressed in train gear and they have a plaid. Somebody tell me who those people are. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just people who were very excited. I don't know.
I think it is.
I think so. Oh my gosh. No, don't get in my way, dude. Don't get in my way. I have a feeling it's going to be red.
Sean, flight 747 for United Airlines. So he put a microphone in his hand and somehow turns into safety skills for an airline.
Well, it didn't take long to figure out who that was. It was John Lasseter, and I caught it on video. I'm so excited. Here comes Choo Choo. Here he comes. I think this might be ours. Come on, who gets off? Look who else is on the train. He has come. Hi! You know I'm getting you!
They want us to pull off this train before the parade.
There he goes. We'll probably get on the next one. It's so nice to see it moving. Bye-bye! So that was Jeff, I think you pronounce it Reitz, R-E-I-T-Z. That guy that was just on the train that I that I said, I'm getting you. He has come to the park every day for several years, I think 5 years or something. And he just celebrated his 2000th visit, and media was here, and he was all over the news. And he just told me he's on 2036. And he is a very sweet guy. I've met him several times in the park, and his girlfriend is very sweet. I am on the train. I'm on the train. I'm on the train. Look, 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 look.
Please have a seat away from any of the vehicle openings.
We're moving. And it's happening. This is such an exciting day. It's been closed for so long.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Critter Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop.
Ooh, it's
And watch your
dark.
step as you're getting on. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is New Orleans Square Station. New Orleans Square.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please wait until the train comes to a full and complete stop before stepping onto the floor.
While the train was closed, you could cross over the tracks and go see the whole station. That was super cool. You hear that sound?
The sound of death.
My son said it's the sound of death, but it's not. It's the sound of steam. This is what happens when you have a teenager. They say things like that on your videos.
Anything you don't want to lose inside the train. Please supervise your children during the trip, and please remain seated while the train is in motion. Thank you.
Seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the one and only Laughing Place. If you look real hard, you just might find it. It's where the critters are celebrating a zippity-doo-dah day. Speaking of critters, this place we're passing over is home to a whole bunch of them. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear on their fun-filled adventures. signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of pier. The ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, the cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie for me. Those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is Toontown Depot, Mickey's Toontown.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just a reminder, please remain seated while the train is in motion. If you have small children, please make sure they are seated on the bench or on someone's lap. Do not have them standing on the bench or on someone's lap. And please have them seated away from any of the vehicle openings. Also, please keep your arms, hands, legs, feet, and anything you don't want to lose inside the train. Please supervise the children during the trip, and please remain seated while the train is in motion. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
I'm so happy right now.
We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
It's all decorated. It's all decorated and pretty. Every station has had decorations on them.
Hey, Chris is down there. Chris is down there.
Chris is down there. They're calling Chris. Chris is talking to people.
Chris, come on.
Come on, Chris.
Get it together, Chris.
Come on.
Nerd.
Yay, Chris. Should we clap for Chris? Yay, Chris.
I'd like to welcome those of you that just joined us. If you have small children, please make sure they are seated on the bench or on someone's lap. Do not have them standing on the bench or on someone's lap. And please have them seated away from any of the vehicle openings. Also, please keep your arms, hands, legs, feet, and anything you don't want to lose inside the train. Also, please supervise your children, and please remain seated while the train is in motion. Thank you.
Now we're going to come to the part that everybody's been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a slight detour through the Grand Canyon. Please, we ask there be no flash photography.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs. Gateway to Disneyland. If you're leaving us here, stay in your seat until we come to a full stop. Remember to gather all your personal belongings and step carefully from the train. I'd especially like to thank those of you who've been with me for the Grand Circle Tour of Disneyland. We hope you enjoyed your travels with us and that you'll come back to ride with us again real soon. For those of you staying with us, we'll be on our way again in just a few minutes. This is Main Street Station, Main Street, USA.
Well, that was it. The train is back, and it's beautiful, and we love it. Hey, you know what? I'm here a lot, and I'm putting new stuff and what's going on in the parks all the time. So if you would like to keep up with Disneyland, subscribe to my channel and check out my website, heatherannworld.com.
Please remain seated
Bye, YouTube.
at that time.